This week we take you to Papa B's Inn, which is situated in the peaceful village of Canby, midway between Scarborough and Crown Point. This property is in close proximity to the Gulf City Mall and the Penny Savers supermarket. Let's take a look at what's to come in the next half hour. I'm Davia Chambers and Let's Talk Tobago starts now. Gold medal Paralympian Akeem Stewart returns home. Details on new housing project, and later, the hunting season has officially opened. These stories and more when Let's Talk Tobago continues. We'll be right back.
The glitz, the glamour of the 30th anniversary of the Tobago International Cycling Classic comes to Tobago for 6 epic days of thrills and spills as cyclists from over 25 countries converge on this gem of the Caribbean for a week of activities, festivities and fun. The tempo will rise as cyclists confront the unforgiving terrain for the feature event, the UCI sanctioned Tour of Tobago. The 2016 Tobago International Cycling Classic takes place on September 27th through October 2nd. Don't miss it. Special thanks to the event sponsors: THA, TDC, Sport Company, NLCB, Caribbean Bottlers, British Airways, Caribbean Airlines, Kiss Baking Company, Holiday Foods, and Econo Car Rentals.
As a trained tour guide, I was able to travel the world, educate my children, purchase a new vehicle, teach my children about the natural history of Tobago. And it's there I realize that there's no place like home sweet home. I'm a trained tour guide. My name is Kathy Ann Grant, and tourism is all our routine.
You're viewing Let's Talk Tobago, and we are at Papa B's Inn in Canby. Now, this inn was established in 1995 and is owned by Ulrich Blackman. Hailing from the Canby community is none other than Paralympian Akeem Stewart, and our first story is in honor of his double medal Olympic achievement. Have a look at this story.
This is the world record throw of 57.32 meters that got Akeem Stewart gold in the F43 javelin event at the 2016 Paralympic Games in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. He went on to capture silver in the F43-44 discus event with a personal record throw of 61.72 meters. And with those feats to his name, he received a champion's welcome home. In addition to making stops at a few primary schools, such as the Happy Haven School, Signal Hill Government, and Scarborough Methodist, the two-time Paralympic medalist paid an official visit to the office of the Chief Secretary, where he shares his Rio experience.
Well, it was a great one. Since I was a young kid, I wanted to be an Olympian, and the dream finally come true, so I'm really proud of my achievement. I was really elated by my performance because javelin is not my event. Shot put and discus is my original event. I didn't get to do shot put, but I was really surprised to see I win the javelin because of my coach, Wade Franklin.
Coach Franklin has been training Akeem for about 5 years. He says he has high expectations for the young athlete.
I believe that this guy has so much potential that I sometimes feel overconfident because I know what he has in him. As a coach, you see the kind of quality in the athlete, and with me, I could know exactly what kind of performance I expect from him wherever we go.
The 24-year-old athlete also visited his alma mater, Scarborough Secondary School, where he was presented with the keys to the school's fitness center, now named in his honor. Akeem says he's glad he's an inspiration to other athletes.
I know I motivate a lot of athletes on a whole, whether you're disabled or not. And that is a great achievement for me, and it's a tough mantle to carry, but I will keep fighting forward and keep representing all chores across the board.
Even with its current achievements, Akeem plans to continue training hard for future competitions. I'm Amadara Mills for Let's Talk Tobago.
The construction of Papa B's Inn was due to the owner's love and passion for property rentals, as he wanted to provide all the services of a hotel on a smaller scale. Now we all know tourism is critical to Tobago's economy and it brings valuable revenue to our country. That's why the island has been selected to participate in a program by the Caribbean Public Health Agency and the Caribbean Tourism Organization to build a more environmentally friendly tourism industry. Here are the details in this story.
Tourism is one of the major sources of revenue for Destination Tobago, and it's important to ensure visitors enjoy their stay in a safe and healthy environment. Maintaining a disease-free environment means having good systems for monitoring and response, training in food, safety and environmental management, and of course, certification. So, Tobago has been included in a regional health and tourism program by the Caribbean Public Health Agency, CAFA, and the Caribbean Tourism Organization. This is geared towards building a healthier, safer, and more environmental-friendly tourism industry.
Nobody wants to come to an island or to the Caribbean where violence is increasing or crimes are increasing. So it means this impacts on our tourism. That coupled with our natural resources, our coral reefs, our beach sanitation, sometimes these are degrading and they all impact on tourism. By ensuring we have proper food and environmental safety. Most of the illnesses we see is related to some form of breakdown during food and environmental safety. Foods wasn't kept as hot, food wasn't kept as cold, you were serving salads without being iced.
The project will be adopted by the Division of Health and Social Services, which is mandated to promote a healthy Tobago.
The project has reorganized the division's health agenda and has repositioned our public health responsibility, where the Office of the County Medical Officer Health is now tasked with coordinating the project's steering committee and managing the implementation phase in Tobago. So the concept of well-being tourism is now a strategic priority for us.
Improving the sustainability of tourism will also create more employment and increase the levels of foreign exchange and revenue.
We must be in a position to tell the world, to tell the Caribbean, that Tobago and even Trinidad and Tobago has a system that is responsive and one that can ensure that there is visitor safety, so to speak. And without that adequate information management system and even the standard and associated training, we can have, in fact, a severe tourism crisis.
One of the main goals of the program is to eliminate health risks that may have an impact on the tourism industry. I'm Caroline Wallace for Let's Talk Tobago.
Now this vacation accommodation takes its name from the owner's father, who was known as Brother B. The property, however, was named Papa B's as it had a nice ring to it. As we're on the topic of property, the establishment of Sandals and the Beaches resorts on the island is an initiative that is still in the early stages of discussion. Omadara Mills is here to fill us in on how this project can boost tourism on the island. Have a look.
Most of the international visitors to Tobago come from Europe. In recent years, the Division of Tourism and Transportation has been trying to strengthen the sector by enticing more tourists from other countries, mainly from North America. The division sees the all-inclusive luxury sandals brand as one way to complement its marketing strategy and increase the number of arrivals from the United States and Canada. That's because the resort chain has a track record of attracting more airlifts to their island destinations.
We have been trying to tap into the North American market for some time now. We have been trying to negotiate with airlines from the North American market, WestJet, Air Canada, so to speak, to fly to Tobago. That has not happened yet, and we believe that with a brand like Sandals, who has a significant reputation in the North American market, we can easily be able to access that and even open up romance as a niche for the destination as well.
The possible introduction of the Sandals and Beaches resorts will provide employment opportunities for people living in communities such as Buku, Canaan and Bonaccord. Now people are also welcoming the award-winning resort brand, since it will help to improve the standard
and quality of the service provided by locals in the tourism industry.
I'm a small operator and I have never had fears. We've always done better when more competition comes onto the scene, and I believe that. I am satisfied that all of the infrastructure that will be done now, even if it is being motivated by your interests at this conceptual level, will only go to help everybody else.
The Tobago Hospitality and Tourism Institute is the main avenue by which locals are educated and trained for the tourism industry. And many are hoping that the operations here can be enhanced via the Sandals Corporate University programs.
While you look at the concept for fashion in the hotel end of it, that we also look at the concept of fashion in the training end of it with Sandals University and the hotel school to create a better marry of that. So we end up with a unique training institute on the island that can service the tourism institute.
With the courtesy of the Sandals Corporation, a team of journalists and tourism stakeholders traveled to Sandals La Source in Grenada to experience what the Sandals Resort is like for themselves. It's hoped that if the luxury brand does come to this island, there'll be benefits to several other sectors that's a part of the tourism industry. I'm Amadara Mills for Let's Talk Tobago.
On the other side of the break, details on the stud turning for houses. Don't move. Let's Talk Tobago will be right back. Thank you for staying with us. Papa B's has 11 apartments which comprise of 9 self-contained units, 1 honeymoon suite and 1 family room. The property also has a kitchen garden which is used to cook the delicious meals in the restaurant. Now it's nice to get away every once in a while at a guest house and villa, but it's also nice to have your own. Crystal George is here to fill us in on what the team at the Division of Settlements and Labor is up to. Have a look at this story.
For many people, owning their own house is a big accomplishment. That's why providing the best possible value in low and middle income housing is more than just a mantra for the Division of Settlements and Labor. The division is targeting a new housing development in the Hope Bleming area.
Today, we in the Division of Settlements and Labor are pleased to highlight to the people of Tobago that our drive to build more houses and expand existing communities continues. Today, we turn the sod for the construction of additional housing units in the village of Hope, signaling hope for the people of Tobago, where the housing sector is concerned.
Administrator in the division, Ms. Jacqueline Job, says the division has always and will continue to deliver to the best of their ability to the people of Tobago.
Welcome to another illustration of the Division of Settlement and Labor, not just talking the talk, but walking the talk. This division continues and is constantly fulfilling its mandate to the people of this island and providing housing.
Despite the country's economic challenges, Tobagonians are also being assured that building homes has always been high on the THA's agenda and that the housing units will be completed.
Although the economic times are challenging and will be challenging moving forward, I am confident in the fact that we are well prepared to surmount these challenges, and the fact that this administration, we have laid the foundation in the past to assure us that in spite of what is happening globally, regionally, and nationally, we are well prepared to surmount these challenges.
Upon completion, the Hope Blenheim housing development will be the second largest on the island to date. I'm Crystal George for Let's Talk Tobago.
What keeps guests coming back is the affordable prices, good customer service, and the convenience of having everything in one place, as the property also has a mini mart and restaurant. We switch gears now to an international sporting event that exists on the island for over a decade. It's that time of year again where cyclists from all over the world compete for first place at the Tobago International Cycling Classic. Here are the details.
Division 1 cyclists started off the first race of this year's Tobago International Cycling Classic. The week-long series of events had hundreds of competitors from over 20 countries from the Caribbean, the Americas, Europe, and Australia. Now in its 30th year, the event has grown despite the challenges over the years.
Our objective has always been twofold. One, to stage an exciting and very competitive international sporting event with a good mix of Tobago fun and festivities. And secondly, to use the popularity of this cycling event with the support of ESPN, social media, live stream, and our networking of friends worldwide as a conduit to promote and boost sport and sport tourism in Tobago and Trinidad. And I feel we have done so with great success.
The UCI 1.2 Tour of Tobago Road Race is the most anticipated and grueling event of the Classic. It's a 120-kilometer race around the island that's organized by Union Cyclists International, the world governing body for international competitive cycling events. The competition also complements the marketing strategies of one of the sponsors, the Division of Tourism and Transportation.
We are glad that this event produces an avenue for Destination Tobago to be marketed and branded internationally as one of the best international cycling locations. We are thankful for the support of ESPN throughout the previous years to market the destination as a sporting destination.
To win the Classic, you've got to face and conquer 4 challenging routes. The Shervan-Camby-Buku Circuit Race, the Turtle Beach-Lescotho-Annesvale Circuit Race, the Market Square Criterium, and the Plymouth Village Criterium. The races provide entertainment with Tobagonians strategically lining the streets to get a view of the cyclists at full speed. But it's also an opportunity to encourage more locals to enter the sport.
The Division of Education, Youth Affairs and Sport will continue to support this event because I believe not only does it present an opportunity for the cyclists, but it presents an opportunity for the people of Tobago to enjoy another international event where they can be supporters, where they can be spectators and become more exposed.
Other attractions were the 2-stage mountain bike classic and the Classic Kids Cycling Festival. I'm Marlon Gotsleben for Let's Talk Tobago.
Papa B's offers numerous packages ranging from wedding to reunions, and they are tailored to accommodate your budget. Now, the Goodwood High School hosted a retreat for 5th formers to motivate students as they prepare for the Caribbean Examinations Council exams. Let's pay attention to this story.
Becoming a game changer. That was the theme at the retreat held at Goodwood High School for CXC students. Dr. Derek Forrester, motivational speaker, told CXC students that they must find the motivation and be willing to work hard to be successful in life.
You know that you cannot arrive and you will not arrive if you don't know where you're going. You have to have a sense of destination. Otherwise, you'll never arrive. You have to have a mindset that life has something for you and that no matter what, you are going to take hold of it. Something good, something rewarding, and something promising. You set your sight on it and you are going after it.
Dr. Forrester said he was inspired by many people that stirred him in the right direction. Having a purpose in life will help you along your destination.
I decided long ago, one, I wouldn't walk in anyone's shadow. Two, I would emulate and I would mimic, but I would try to achieve all that I can possibly achieve.
One of the most important steps you can take towards achieving your greatest potential in life is to learn to monitor your attitude. Having a great attitude would impact your work performance, relationships, and everyone around you.
There is but one correlation, there's one link with success, and that is your attitude. There is one link with success, and that is your attitude. Implement, buckle down, and do it.
Remember, if you have faith the size of a mustard seed, you can move mountains. A small dream can turn into something big. All one has to do is believe. I'm Crystal George for Let's Talk Tobago.
Coming up, hunting season 2016. Let's Talk Tobago will be right back. Stay with us.
Hey, I'm a maxi taxi operator and tourism is all our thing.
I am in housekeeping and tourism is all our thing.
I'm a tour guide. Tourism is all our thing.
And we all
benefit
from tourism.
The glitz, the glamour of the 30th anniversary of the Tobago International Cycling Classic comes to Tobago for 6 epic days of thrills and spills as cyclists from over 25 countries converge on this gem of the Caribbean for a week of activities, festivities, and fun. The tempo will rise as cyclists confront the unforgiving terrain for the feature event, the UCI-sanctioned Tour of Tobago. The 2016 Tobago International Cycling Classic takes place on September 27th through October 2nd. Don't miss it. Special thanks to the event sponsors: THA, TDC, Sport Company, NLCB, Caribbean Bottlers, British Airways, Caribbean Airlines, Kiss Baking Company, Holiday Foods, and Econo Car Rentals.
Thank you for joining us. Now you can host any special event right here at Papa B's Inn, from small weddings to baby showers. If you need someone to cater for your event, then management has you covered. Speaking of food, hunting season is officially open. But don't get excited just yet. This report has details on what you need to know to stay on the right side of the law.
The hunting season starts on October 1st and runs until February 28th next year. So for people interested in hunting wild animals, it means that you'll have to acquire what's called a state game license for $100. Of course, there are specific wild game you are allowed to hunt with each license.
Each category means that there are different wildlife that you would like to hunt. You have a guti, you have a lizard, which is a iguana family, you have tattoo, quenk, wildfowl, or cage birds. But out of these categories, only entitled to buy 3 permits.
This measure helps prevent the overhunting of wild animals. Game wardens are urging people to hunt with environmental preservation in mind.
There are great demands on wildlife out there. People aren't hunting anymore just for eating purposes. It's a sort of greed because they hunt commercially. We have to sensitize the hunters as to sensible hunting and to hunt with discretion, because soon and very soon our children will know certain species of wildlife due to indiscriminate hunting.
Hunters who are not able to show their license to a game warden while hunting can be fined $200 and or face imprisonment for 3 months. The licenses are for use on state lands, including the rainforest. However, night hunting or the use of artificial light is not permitted in this area.
Where the rainforest is concerned, it should be preserved in such a way that the nocturnal animals have the right to live with ease, because the brightness of the light obscures the view and they have been easily captured.
Applications for licenses can be made at the revenue collecting offices in Scarborough and Roxborough. For more information on acquiring a state game license, you can contact the THA's Department of Natural Resources and the Environment at 639-2273. I'm Amadara Mills for Let's Talk Tobago.
This heart-shaped pool has a swim-up bar and a bridge directly over it. Here's more. You don't have to be a guest to take a splash in the pool because you can rent it for your next pool party. So the Division of Finance and Enterprise Development hosted a finance fitness program geared at teaching people what they can do to grow their wealth. Here's more in this story.
Financial literacy isn't just about learning to manage your money. It's also about understanding the avenues available for creating wealth. That's why the Financial Literacy Secretariat is hosting the Finance Fitness Series.
Let me say that the Assembly acknowledges and understands the value of access to solid financial information and advice. And it is with this understanding in mind that the Financial Literacy Secretariat in the Division of Finance and Enterprise Development has coordinated these sessions, and we have branded them our financial fitness sessions to assist you in making simple but effective choices.
In upcoming sessions, participants will gain valuable information to assist them in making informed financial decisions.
If you want to create wealth, you're going to have to learn how to make money work for you. It's not complicated. You must call the shots. And the only way that you can call the shots is by learning to make money work for you.
This financial fitness session covered saving, budgeting, and wealth creation. These are three important components, especially in a period of financial uncertainty.
Oftentimes we make financial decisions which may not be ideal because we lack the necessary information to base these decisions on. Additionally, given our risk-averse cultural disposition, we have a tendency to avoid non-traditional forms of investments and savings, which can accelerate our wealth creation process.
This series is just one of several initiatives from the Division of Finance and Enterprise Development geared towards improving financial literacy on the island. It's being held in collaboration with the Unit Trust Corporation. I'm Kern De Freitas for Let's Talk Tobago.
It's Have Your Say time, and our question this week is, what does autonomy for Tobago mean to you? While you think about it, let's take a look at who had their say this week.
Autonomy for Tobago means to me that we is in control and we could decide as to if we want to turn left, right, or go straight.
We're going to take better control of the business as an island.
It's also give us the opportunity where we could develop own policies and programs without being forced to do so by other entity or government or state.
It will make an easier transaction, an easier movement in terms of flow of traffic within services, within professionalism, within goods, within development for Tobagonians and for Tobago.
We close another edition of Let's Talk Tobago. As always, we thank you for watching. Please email us with your comments or queries about the program, and be sure to visit our website, like us on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. From our house to yours, I'm Davia Chambers, along with the Department of Information, Office of the Chief Secretary, Tobago House of Assembly, wishing you a safe and very productive week. We close now with a montage of the DYA Challenge 2016. Enjoy.
you.